Okay. I decided to try to do a podcast. I'm weird. Then, I don't know. This is my first time doing one of these things, so it's kind of odd. Millions and millions of people can see this. Our fun. So don't know how this goes. Either way, uh, yeah, I'm getting a little straight right. And I wish I could just do it, but my computer's really slow, so it's not how to make it. Anyway, let's talk today about education, intellectualism, intellectual, and race. For some reason, it seems that different races have different levels of intellectual ability. Not literally, but according to stereotypes, and these stereotypes go across cultures. For example, I'm black. Oh shit! Oh my god! I figured you guys didn't know that. Anyway, I'm not supposed to know different languages because when I go Nihawa, or if I go Shindigua, or if I go Salam Namaste, people look at me like, oh my god, you know this language. And it doesn't even have to be people from those tongues. But if I tell people that I know martial arts, they go, oh my god, did you get taught by an Asian? Besides the fact that they're really, just, I think it's kind of rude to call them Asian. No, I actually got taught by few people, one black, one white, self-taught, and a bunch of weak kids. Anyways, that's not the point. People, I have friends of different ethnicities and backgrounds. I had a couple of friends when I first started college that were Chinese. Apparently, their level of smarts was supposed to be super high. And they were shooting off in the test, which is a bad idea because I felt one of the tests. So, they felt too. But I passed the rest, so they passed the rest. Anyway, I think personally that there is absolutely nothing to do with race and intelligence at all. I don't think there's any correlation. There's no studies. Actually, that is what promotes not really racism, because racism is the one race is superior or inferior to another in general. Unless you base inferiority off of intellectualism, then that just throws off history, generations of crap. Then that therefore is invalid as racism. So therefore, it makes for what has been for murders, lynching, expulsions, all kinds of horrible acts of history. They actually used to decide that you were intelligent by measuring your skull. Well, this is not a person who measures skulls and others. I have a pretty good cranium myself. Does not mean I'm smart. Does not mean I'm dumb. It means that for whatever reason, God gave me a goddamn big head. So, yes, this one is going to be odd as hell. I hope people are following me. Easy to figure it out right now. Oh yeah, I'm in my department. That's not exactly. But back to intellectual race. If you go to countries like Africa, Jamaica, I'm sorry, that was wrong. That was me. If you go to places in Africa, like Nigeria, Ethiopia, even some of the places where you think it's third world countries, they actually have a really good educational system. Puerto Rico, Venezuela, even Iraq, the University of Damascus, it's a free school, and they actually teach better than some schools and universities in California, Sacramento, United States. So all over the world they have universities. Some of the art, most of actually, speaking of foreign land, majority of our stories, movies, and books we read is derivative from what we consider third world countries. We get a lot of playwrights from Chinese culture, from South African culture. Yes, this is mainly because of colonization of these places, but at the same time, knowledge is knowledge. Whether you call God Deus, Kami, God, whatever you call him, these God. If you say one as uno, one, Wahid, it doesn't matter. It's still one. I think the problem is that people take the meaning or the language barrier, for example, God, Allah. People automatically assume Allah is not God, Allah is a different God. and they just cast them into an intellectual sphere with a bunch of other people. I call it a sphere because you can't get out of it unless you break through it. There's nothing you can climb over. There's nothing you can climb under. There's nothing you can go around. There's something you can break out of the big fall. Um, People consider Chinese people to be actually highly intelligent, where actually statistically proven the majority of, well, I want to say majority, but a lot of the immigrants that come from China is actually from Southeast China or Southwest China, either way, South or Southern China, and those are more in products areas, so therefore they do not have uh, school because after you turn to age, you're in paper school. And now, since we have a free market economy, a lot of them go to factory work and work for 5 cents an hour. Except that we enjoy and go around and do stupid shit for like Mardi Gras. And they come over here to make more money, but they don't have the intellectual skills to do so. But because of the stigma that's put on them, they are supposed to. But they do have help because we actually have whole entire institutions of helping Chinese immigrants and other foreign Eastern immigrants, not just immigrants, mostly Eastern, Middle Eastern, Arabia, but Sinai, um, Iraq, Afghanistan, all those places, Eastern, West, Asian, India, Pakistan, and China, Japan, all these other places. Well, actually, besides Asian communities, we don't have one for Japan. At least I don't think Japanese except for San Francisco. Yeah, this is weird. So I'm gonna say look at a lot of that for us about this in American communities. But anyway, so we can, but even still, Chinese make some of the best, if not the best, operas. Um, it's called the Peking or Pinkao Opera House is what makes us have the majority of our famous and not only famous, successful martial art movies, which being Samuel Hong, Jackie Chan, and others that I don't know, but a lot of people come to America and make blockbusters hit, which helps our economy. Um, we have other things like the symphony called the Butterfly Symphony, which we have movies, influence movies like I forgot the name of the movie, but Shake with the School, Dress Like a Boy, Plays Soccer, Movie Girl, Amanda Bond. Either way, and we have other movies that are based off of Chinese classics. We have movies, Wizard of Oz, for example, based off, if you look at it, it's based off of Journey to the West. You have one person that's far from home, that gets cast out from home, pretty much, and find three followers, people who go and see the big man in the sky. Well, same thing with Journey to the West, which is hundreds of thousands. Well, I'm not sure about thousands. I know hundreds and hundreds of years. Yeah, actually, yeah, thousands of years before. I believe that's 64 BC, actually, 640 BC. Wukong, Sun Wukong, Journey to the West. Um, and so got three followers of him, Sun Wukong, the pig, and I got that exact name, went with the traveling monk, goes to the final destination. So a lot of these have movies and books come from influence of Eastern culture. Some of our favorite artists come from Eastern culture, such as Rembrandt. Rembrandt takes a lot of his art from Eastern Chinese precisely cultures. Back then we called it just Oriental culture, but now we don't say that anymore. Um, we Korean Korean makes also some really good dramas. So the one that fires good drama. Um, I probably should do a whole thing on Asian film. But either way, I don't know how long this thing lasts. Oh crap! I'm talking for 9 minutes and 3 seconds. Okay, so if I think even if we go to African culture, there is well African as in the continent, but more to say countries in Africa. There's Ethiopian movies that are fantastic. They're That's screaming about for me. There's an actual soap opera that is not, it's not actually female oriented like the ones in America. What time they show on over there, I don't know. Over here, there's an African challenge. You can get them on, or you can find them on the internet. One is called, um, it's Diago, I believe. There's another one called, I don't remember the name of it. But the one I don't remember the name is actually about the different classes between the rich and the poor in Africa. And it is an actual pretty good interpretation of it. I mean, some of it's a little off, but it's television. Um, uh, there's movies. There's a movie called, I believe it's called, at least the American name is called And She Loves Me. It's about a man who's a businessman, and he finds a woman that isn't so business. She's not a, she's kind of lower in the totem pole of class, even though they don't have class system, but what would refer to, which is the reason we technically all have a class system. Because I'm in lower class system. I make very little money to get my hair, get my hair looks really nice. Anyway, um, I think that because of this, I think actually art, cinema, our intellectual skills, and all this stuff will grow over tenfold if we brought all of our knowledge together instead of separated, saying one race is smarter and one race is dumber. Also, if I used to this crap and paid more attention to that AD, it would go a whole lot better, and I'd probably make a whole lot of sense. So please calm it down and see if you like what I say, if you don't like what I say, if you agree, disagree, and if you know the names of things that I forgot, please put them there too, so if I can make myself better. I'll try to do these things, and also some that I shouldn't. So, like,